Hello, welcome back to the Cursing Seamstress. I think I said last time that this video was going to be a continuation of the YouTubers, sewing YouTubers that I subscribe to. It's not, it's something different. I recently found a pattern for a men's boxer briefs, and I made the pattern and I like the pattern. So I just want to show you a little bit about this particular pattern, what I like about it, and actually there's nothing that I don't like about it. Why am I looking to sew men's briefs? I'm not sure. I found a pattern put up by not a pattern company, just a woman who apparently cut apart her husband's briefs and made a pattern, and I tried that one. The problem with that one is that the fly was a mock fly, and I don't know. I don't know if that's the best sort of briefs to have. I think that most men would prefer a fly that works. And it's interesting because I guess men are either the boxer kind of guy or the whitey tighties kind of guy. I don't know. My husband was the whitey tighty kind, so my experience with boxer briefs is not that great. But they can be expensive. I do know that much, depending on where you buy them. This pattern is made by a pattern company that's new to me, and they're called 5 out of 4 patterns. 5 out of 4 patterns. And their address is the number 5 out of the number 4.com. And of course, if you just put 5 out of 4 patterns, you will find them easily. I paid $7.95 for this pattern, and I earned 8 points. I'm not quite sure how the point system works. I know that there is a system with Seamwork and Colette patterns where you earn points, and you can periodically get a free pattern based on the number of points that you earn. I'm assuming this is something similar. I've not really looked into it. This company, I'll try to put in a screenshot, but they don't have that many patterns, but they do have patterns for men, women, kids. I'm not sure what else. But it's a limited number. They have gotten good reviews. This pattern got 5 stars from several makers. And I've read and seen other things that people have made from this pattern company that were good, and the people who made them were happy. This pattern is for woven fabrics. The wonderful thing about it is it fits a small to a size 5X. So that's a 28 waist up to a 58-inch waist. That's wonderful. When you print it, you can pick just the size that you want, so you don't have a zillion lines going all over. I printed a small. I was thinking of my grandboy, the one who is 10. He is now wearing a size 14 sometimes. So I made this small, and this pattern has a 3-panel back, which is supposed to be more comfortable for a man. I think it sort of maybe eliminates the wedgie factor. I don't know why you couldn't make it out of a knit, but it does specifically say it's for wovens. And again, it has a functional fly. So the pattern pieces there are only 3. This is the main piece. It's an oddly shaped piece, and it is because it's meant to kind of wrap around. You do not have a side seam, so you have You have two back seams because of that panel, and you have a front seam because there's a fly there. You cut two of the main panel. Then this piece, this is the back center panel. And so you cut one of these. This is the fly facing. And you cut two of these. This piece won't show, so I ended up cutting this out of a colored or printed piece of fabric, and it really didn't matter because it's on the inside. And I'll show you that. These are stitched with flat felled seams. I don't know if I've done flat felled before. They're not hard. I think I was a little bit confused initially because you're putting wrong sides together like you would if you're doing a French seam. And that I had to pause a little bit and make sure I was doing it right. And I was. So you're going to put your wrong sides together to do that seam. So I'll show you the end product. I have not washed these, so if you see any markings or anything, it's because I marked the fly area and I don't know what else. Oh, I think I marked like the top of that center back piece to make sure that that I had it the right way. So here they are. This is made from all leftover fabric that I had. This is the back. I love that fish fabric. I think I got that fish fabric from, I'm not sure. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby quite a while ago. You may remember it from a dress that I made. It was a McCall's pattern that has an elastic neckline, and when I got done with it, it was too tight for me, and so I gave it to my daughter. Whether or not she ever wore it, I don't know. It looked great on her. You can see the flat felled seams on here. I think they turned out really well. Flat felled all the way down here. Flat felled everywhere. I tell you what, another thing I really like about this, I love elastic that goes in without a casing. And one of the pet peeves that my daughter has and my grandboy has is a piece of elastic that gets twisted up in the casing. They absolutely hate that. And I don't know what the answer is. If you make the casing looser, it's going to twist. If you make it too tight, it's going to fold over and it can still twist. So when I saw that this was the technique, I was actually thinking about using this technique anyway. And so I'm really glad the pattern called for it. I love it. So what you do, I serged the very top of this and then folded it down a ½ inch, marked the left and right side evenly of the elastic and of the briefs, and also did the same for this way with the back center and the front center with both the briefs and the elastic. And then you just put about probably an 1/8 of an inch down or so. You pin the elastic using those markings as a guide and stitch it down. I stitched it down with a straight stitch, probably a 3 stitch instead of the 2.5, which is the default. And then you stitch it again around the bottom, and it looks absolutely lovely. This is the fly here, and I love them. I actually wouldn't mind having a pair of pajama bottoms like this in my size. I'm hoping that Griffin can wear these. Don't know, they might be a little bit big for him. I'm not sure, but I'll turn them inside out so you can kind of see what the inside looks like. So the inside again is where you can see the facing that I used in that same printed fabric So, yeah, and you really, I thought it was going to be on the outside and you could see it, but it's not, and that's fine. So they look really nice and neat, and they should be pretty comfortable, I would think. We shall see if he likes them, if they fit, and if he wears them. So so that's it. If you're looking for briefs for your significant other or kids, I do recommend this pattern. I won't say it's a difficult pattern. I don't think it is difficult, but it does take a lot of time. And part of that was my brain twisting around the flat felled seams, and just my brain, you know, twisting around putting the whole thing together. I've never done a fly like that before, an open fly. I've done a mock fly before. So just paying attention. I didn't have to rip out any seams or do anything over. Everything came out the first time. So so that's, it is, I would say it is easy, but it is something that you do have to pay attention to. It's a PDF, and that's all I know. So if you're interested in making some briefs, boxer briefs for your whomever, I would encourage you to check out this pattern. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.